Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping. Excuse me. And welcome again to another match review. And it finished at PSV. PSV Eindhoven 2, Arsenal 0. Well, what can I say? Poor performance. For me, we never got going. Giving the ball away, players' first touches were poor from an Arsenal fan, or from an Arsenal point of view. Saw a couple of poor first touches, just not good enough. Let me say good morning to you guys, whether you are watching me right now, listening to what I have to say, whether you are working or listening to your radios. Also, I say good afternoon to you guys, whether you are driving about, taking your loved ones on a trip for half term, or allow me to say good night and rest well. It was a terrible performance from the team. You had the first team play. Well, you had fringe players coming in, being asked to do a job, and they failed at it in abundance. That performance is the worst by far I've seen this season. And you had first teamers who did not play to their full levels. It wasn't good enough from the start. And the player ratings are going to be horribly low. I'm sorry. But what I saw was just shocking. On another day, if PSV players knew what the offside trap was, we would have and should have lost 5-0. Yes, I'll say it again. We should have lost 5-0. Every time PSV came forward and attacked us, they were looking like they were going to score a goal. We didn't look like we were going to score for love or money. Not at all. Balls given away in sloppy areas. Defensively, until the first goal, we were all over the shop. And I mean all over the shop. There was no dictatorship, no one taking responsibility. And for me, I'm just not happy. But before I go into the ratings to the players, management, the ref, and the fans, make sure you smash the thumbs up like button. Do that for me abundantly with love. Make sure you share this channel share this channel virally all over the globe, especially amongst your friends and your relatives. And you're watching me for the first time while I'm eating, welcome on board. If you're watching this and you want to give me your views of the game, your whole opinion, drop it in the comment. Drop it in the chat. And my chat is still positive feedback only, and that's what DLG repping myself demands. And looking back at that game, you can see where we need to strengthen midfield, and we need a tall target man tall goal scoring target man. I can't emphasize that hard enough. Let's have a look at forgot to say, make sure you do subscribe to my channel, yeah? Smash the sub button left, right, and center. And remember, if you do subscribe, I'll shout you out, yeah? And I will shout you out with love and affection. So get subscribing. My aim is for 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, the beginning of the new year, so get subscribing, please. Other than that, let's get into the player ratings. Aaron Ramsdale. He made one or two good saves, but he let himself down on the second goal. If you're going to come out for a corner, which was an in-swinging one, you've got to get ball and man. That is one of the first things you were drilled as a young goalkeeper. Ball and man. If you're coming out for a set piece, you have got to be first to that ball. Even if you take out the man, then do it. Just as long as you do not look the clown or the fool that missed the ball completely. You look like a complete wally in that second goal. And I will say this, the first goal, I think one of the goals that was disallowed, yeah, that's it, the first Cody Gakpo disallowed goal. You've gone down a wee bit too early. Stand up to the end. The longer you stand up, the closer, the longer you stand up, the bigger you are, and the angle, the closer, the angle will close and not give him that easy opportunity to chip you. But other than that, I'm going to give you a 4. And Ramsdale, we all love you. I love you with all my heart, but you're getting a 4 from me. Right, I'm going on to the back 4. Takahiro Tomiyasu. Well, defensively, he's solid as usual on his one-to-ones. Definitely the best in the game right now. Or one of the best in the game. We took him off late on, and well, the defense was all over it was in a shambles. I would like to have seen him go. I would like to have seen him do more offensively, like overlapping. And I didn't see enough of that. So 5. Rob Holding, awful, absolutely awful. Decision making, positioning, you know, and Xavi Maxi's disallowed goal where he's running past he's like, he knows he's right footed, but he's run past his right foot and showed him on his right hand side, showed him the wrong side of him, and he slots it past Ramsdale. But that was a disallowed goal. But his overall play was so shockingly awful. 3. He's done himself no favours in getting into the first team. He hasn't convinced myself, for definitely. Or the management, or the millions of Arsenal fans around the world. And I've come on here demanding that Arsenal Football Club should sell the likes of him. Maybe I'm proven right. 3. William Saliba. He was part of that defence that conceded 2. That should have conceded 5. Not at his best. His levels has dropped in the last 3, 4, maybe 5 games now. We know that he's confident and very comfortable with the football at his feet, but for me, just found wanting most of the time. I wanted to give him a 4. I think it's one of the worst games he's had. By the way, this is the lowest I've ever given William Saliba. Left back, Kieran Tierney. Yeah, shocking. Shocking. I would love to see him as Arsenal captain. I've got love for Kieran Tierney. I've always got time for him. But defensively, all over the place in his own way. I can't give this guy a high score. No way. I'm going to give him a 3. Our back 4 had a rotten night to forget about. Right, the midfield areas. Albert and Boyo Sambi Lukonga. Very poor. Oh, very poor. Giving the ball away. I've lost count after 3, 4, maybe 5 times he gave the ball away. Positionally, very bad. All over the place. Part of the legitimate goal, the 2 legitimate goals that we conceded. The first one, he had a part to play in that. He's done himself no harm. On the documentary, he's complaining and moaning about not getting an opportunity, and he wants a first team opportunity. Well, you got your opportunities, you've had opportunities, and you keep disappointing. And that was a proper disappointing performance from yourself. 3. Fabio Vieira. I'll have to say that he was okay to a certain extent, but I lacked the end product with his final ball. And I can say the same thing with Lokonga. But other than that, he looked more of a brighter spark. I'm going to give him a 5. And I'll give him a 5.5. No. You know what? For effort, I'm going to give him a 6. He gets a 6 for effort. Granit Xhaka. Yeah. He looked very low in his levels. Very low. A little bit abject. Lost his discipline again at 2-0. Lost his head. Got into a confrontation with Xavi Maxi because he wanted him to get off the pitch. And I can understand that if Xavi Maxi is deliberately wasting time, but it was not for him to get involved in. 4. Right, the front 3. No. I should have done. I've done Fabio Vieira. I'm going to do Odegaard. Martin Odegaard, so ineffective. Lack of end product, giving the ball away at times, and he's one of the Arsenal players you look for when you play the pressing game with intensity, and he did not do a bit of that well. He didn't do that well at it. 3. Who played on the other side? Martinelli. Very poor. Very poor. I love Martinelli. I've got big love for him. But for me, I wanted him to go direct at their right back, and he didn't do that. And when he drifted inside, there was just no end product at all. Nothing. He didn't look like a threat at all. He had one chance, which he ballooned over the bar. But other than that, he didn't bring nothing else to the table. 2. And this is for a guy that I love. Eddie Nketiah, he can have a 2. Just ineffective. He didn't look a threat at all. It was easy for the two. It was easy. It was an easy night for the 2 PSV Eindhoven centre halves. So easy. They won everything against him. Anything in the air, Eddie Nketiah was never going to win a header. Anything on the ground, Eddie Nketiah struggled. It's as simple as. For me, I'll give him a 2. Done. Right, the substitutions. Oh, this is Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. He was brought on to nullify the threat of Luke de Jong, because Luke de Jong is a big, tall, physical striker. So Arteta brings him on. I suppose I'll just have to give him a 4. No, I'm giving him a 3. Didn't change the way that we defend, the way that we defended poorly. No, for me, I'll give him a 3. Who else came on? Oh, Gabriel Jesus. 0 impact. I'm not even going to mark him. Bukayo Saka. He had some impact in the game. But for me, not enough. I'll just about give him a 2. And I mean just about give him a 2. Who came on? Benjamin White. 0. I'm not gonna give him nothing. What could he do? What on earth could he do? That's the end of my player ratings. Now getting to the manager. For me, this is the worst game he's had to manage this season by a country mile. I would give him as low as a 3. For me, I thought the shape and the balance was all over from start to finish. I didn't see that passionate barking out orders Arteta for me. I mean, I used to nickname him Mikel whatever, but that's not what I'm using no more. There's no need to panic. He's done well. And Arsenal fans all over the world, stop finding the negatives. Stop assuming and predicting failure, losses, because there is no need to panic. For crying out loud. It's a defeat, and we learned from it before when we got beat by Manchester United, and I swear to you, we will learn from it again. But for Mikel Arteta's sake, he's got to pick the boys up, because that performance was not enough. He picked the team out there, and the players let him down. You know, they've let him down. And tactically, he let himself down with the substitutions again. He destabilized the balance and the shape of the team. So I'm giving him a 3. The ref, I think he got cautions right. He allowed the game to flow. And he got the 3 PSV goals disallowed right. So for me, I'll give the referee a 7. The fans, 9. They got behind the team. You heard how vocal they are. You could hear them. Even watching on my screen, my phone screen, you can hear the vocalness in the Arsenal fans' voices. They found their voices, travelled in their droves, and as best they can, they got behind the team. You know, some of them have paid so much money in terms of hotel tickets, flight tickets. I'm telling you now, they're a credit to our football club, the fans who made the journey to PSV Eindhoven. I'm giving them a 9. And right, this is the end of my stream. And yet again, it's always a pleasure to say, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and saving the best to last, as I always do. Thank you so much for putting up with me and my nibbles. I'll be back tomorrow for definite. Watch out for my Arsenal v Nottingham Forest preview, 2:45 p.m. Don't miss it. Be there or be square. Otherwise, look after your friends, look after your families, and do look after yourself, which is most important. And I mean for this evening, especially in this country. And what can I say? I would like you guys to have peace, love, and blessings in your hearts, as always. Other than that, that's DLG repping. I would like you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all of that for me. And another thing, I'll be talking to you again, yeah? The man himself. Just remember, always, please, always be nice.